Before we begin, allow me to introduce you to something quite interesting, and that is Horror Amino, a new mobile app for iOS and Android. What's Horror Amino, you ask? An app for the sole purpose of simply getting people together to discuss all things horror, not just creepypasta. On it, you'll find things like an awesome news feed, blogs made by members, polls where people can vote, group chats, and forums where people can interact, and much, much more. And right now, I am hosting a very interesting poll to find out something of utmost importance. Who has the more attractive face? Jeff the Killer or Slenderman? Why not download the app and vote on there, eh? I'm sure the results will be interesting. The app is completely free to download and very easy to use, so why not stop by and say hi to me and your fellow horror fans, eh? With that said, let's get on with the video. Hello everyone, welcome to my first video of the year! I'm gonna be talking about some more hilarious creepypastas. Watch the first one if you haven't already, it explains everything about this, grammar mistakes included. Let's do this, first video of the year. And, surprise! This video will include 2 free bonus entries. That's right, 2 entries for the price of none. Let's go! Bonus entry number 1. Last outpost. Bonus number 1 is on here because it's amazing. My eyes open. Darkness, silence, slowly my eyes adjust. Where am I? The first question that popped into my mind. It was quickly answered by a shady figure, but that just made more questions. We're here. I could start to make out the figure, although it was blurry. Just hold on, a calm but shaky voice said. My hands were numb and covered in blood. A light, a blinding light, appeared from a broken window. The light made it easy to see. I was in a mansion. The woman wandered into another room, and I heard shouting. She came back with bandages and slowly put them around my head. I tried getting up, but failed. A man comes out of the back room with a blood-covered baseball bat in his left hand. So, he's still alive, says the man. Surprisingly after you hit him. Hey, I thought he was turning. Have you been able to find Emily? Says the woman to change the subject. No, she's still missing. Can't get up, she says to me. I slowly get up. The man shakes hands with me. I'm Jason, sorry for breaking the rules. What rules? I remember now. Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Bonus entry number 2. The Masked Mystery. Bonus number 2 is on here because this show is in desperate need of musical numbers. Do you like the dark? Well, I am pleased if you do. Question is, are you aware of what the dark is made of? Of course, you would answer, the darkness or insufficient light. But tell you what, that is not all. Do you feel safe at this very moment? Do you think you're alone? Well, guess what? You aren't. There is something or someone watching you. And that someone is me.
Konnichiwa. Watashi no namae wa Masuku no Nasu desu.
Let me translate. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that Japanese. Let me translate.
Hello, my name is Masked Mystery, or Masuku no Nasu.
I am simply watching you at this very instant from your window. Oh, I'm right beside you now, but if you turn around, I'll be gone. You cannot hear me, you cannot see me, but soon you will. You cannot touch me, but I can. But you can feel my presence, the cold, the darkness, and the moonlight from your window. I shall tell you my story soon. I assure you, you're not safe. You are definitely not protected. Everyone and you are gonna disappear soon. You cannot escape me, because I am the dark. I am your guardian angel and devil, because I can make you see heaven or hell right now if I wish to. Wait till midnight, and you shall feel my presence, but much more stronger. It doesn't matter if your house is well lit, because when there is light, there is also darkness lurking. Oh, and I see you. Let me sing you your one last lullaby that you'll hear. Everything is not what it seems to be. Everything is good except for me. My goal is to simply find you and maybe annihilate you too. I hope you sleep well tonight. I shall see you in midnight. I'm watching every step you take. And every single move you make. Look around you and you might see something black, which is me. Oh dear sweet child that lay awake, look at the time. It's almost midnight, soon the clock shall chime. Children tonight peacefully sleeps. Sad people tonight stay up and weeps. I shall roam the darkened street, killing people that I shall meet. I am haunting your dreams, delightfully enjoying your screams. How fun this insane world is. There shall be no person alive that I will miss. Turn off your lights and fall asleep. Good night, you'll never wake up in your endless sleep. Till next time, I'll see you. Good night, sleep tight. I will kill you at midnight. That was meant to sound horrible.
I would cut my legs and tits off.
I hope you enjoyed those tasty little appetizers. Now for the main course. Number 10. The Lurker. The Lurker is an intense and emotional journey about a young man named Callum, with a lowercase c, that's very important, who retells a traumatic experience from the past. He begins by telling us that it all happened on a cold, windy winter night. Callum was lying in his bed, thinking about stuff like, what am I going to do tomorrow? And I can't wait to see my girlfriend again. But then, he hears a non-human scream coming from the street outside his house. I'm gonna assume the other kin have taken over this area. He looks out the window and sees a tall, slender, 7-foot monster with big claws. That's pretty scary, right? Callum thought nothing of it and went back to bed. He stayed up most of the night and played Xbox with his friends, just as you would expect from a 13-year-old boy, ha ha. Ha ha? You wrote that in your freaking story? The next morning, Callum asked his mother if she had heard anything from last night, and she hadn't. She asked if he was having those pesky nightmares again. You know, nightmares! We're in England, apparently! Callum assured his mother that he wasn't, and the rest of the day went by peacefully. Callum passed the time by playing Call of Duty and Minecraft. As he went to bed and read, you guessed it, Creepypastas, he heard another scream. He went outside and saw the same shadow in the alleyway. You all know which alleyway we're talking about here, right? Right? Yeah, because that's been established before in the story. As he approached the alleyway, he could smell something foul. In the alleyway, he found... Jillian from 2 doors down. Whoever that is, oh my god! Her eyes were all milky, and her back was broken, and parts of her had been eaten off. This was too much for our hero protagonist, and he threw up. And as he turned around, the shadow was there, watching him. Its eyes were white, its skin was as if it was anorexic, and it had a big smile and rotten teeth. "Shh," it said. Callum ran away from it and jumped into bed, and the thing was still in the alleyway until it finally disappeared hours later. Callum finishes his tale by warning everyone that the lurker, as he calls it, is still out there and could be anywhere, but he urges you not to go looking for it, as you'll regret it. If you hear a scream, just remember this. Shh. What kind of advice is that? Number 9. Alisa. Alisa tells us the story of Caprice, who is here to tell a tale of what happened to her friend and why he is not the one telling the story himself. Because he's traumatized. In mid-July 2013, it was a musty night. Her friend was asleep, but heard a female voice saying, "You must feel the pain too." He woke up and saw a young girl with a sledgehammer in one hand and a knife in the other. Her eyes were two large empty sockets, and she was wearing a black shirt with a gray hoodie and black tights and black boots with a sandy brownish blondish hair. I wonder why this story describes this character's appearance in great detail when it barely describes the appearances of anyone else. Is it because they want to make their own popular creepypasta character? She knocked the friend out with a sledgehammer, and he woke up in a hospital. His mother was there, crying, and tells him that a huge gash was found on his upper chest area, and that his heart was gone. Taylor, who is apparently the friend's name now, could not believe this, but he knew that the girl, who he calls a killer, even though she hadn't killed him, would come back soon. The next day, the police came and showed that a news article stated that a young teenage girl had been found dead, and the description of the young girl sounded just like the one Taylor had seen on that one fateful night. Apparently, her name had been Alisa. Taylor needed to know more, and so he searched up the name Alisa on the web, and what a coincidence! He found the exact Alisa he was looking for. I do love this part of this story. Taylor went on the computer and searched up the name Alisa, a description was found, and told the whole tale about it, so now we are moving along with the actual story. Alisa had just moved in because her dad got a big blah 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 blah. Actual story? So everything that has happened previously has been completely pointless? Alisa had, as stated, just moved in. She met a young man by the name of Dennis. Guys, I swear this story isn't an autobiography about me, I swear. So after hanging out for some time, the two started dating and stuff, I guess. One night, when the two were hanging out, Dennis was acting really strangely. Alisa wanted to cheer him up and asked if the two should go to the next level. Oh yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's right. Meeting each other's parents. Dennis was not pleased with this and said that he had been seeing another woman. Another woman! So he broke up with Alisa, and she started acting desperately. She got on top of Dennis and asked, "Baby, please." Dennis, in all his glory, responded with, "No, I don't give a frick about you," and threw her off. Frick? Frick? Who wrote this? Did this guy write this? Alisa started crying and couldn't believe that her boyfriend had cheated on her. Dennis had had enough and proceeded to stab Alisa in the chest 37 times. He then proceeded to place her body in a chest and dump it in a swamp. The next night, Alisa came back to life for no reason and felt immense hatred for the man who had taken her life. She conveniently found a knife and sledgehammer in the chest and found Dennis. After a long moment of silence, Alisa said, "Never forgive," and stabbed Dennis in the heart. She then took his heart out because Dennis had broken Alisa's heart, and to this day, Alisa looks for men who cheat on their wives, so let this be a lesson to you. If you cheated on your wife, and never cheat again. Now those are words to live by. Number 8. The Heart Ripper. So the Heart Ripper opens with the author's mother warning her to not stay out late, as the Heart Taker will get her. Heart Ripper, Heart Taker, whatever. Supposedly, a guy with black hair, one red and one white eye, wearing a trench coat looking thing, that's how the story describes it, and black pants, was out in the woods. He would always come out at night to hunt people that wandered into his territory. Apparently, he used to always take women, rape them, and then kill them, and stealing their hearts. The author's mother used to tell this story to her child so that she behaved. Nothing wrong with that, eh? One day, the author and her friend April decided to head into the Dark Carnival to prove to everyone that the Heart Taker didn't exist. Good idea, guys, nothing can go wrong. As soon as it got night, the two made their way to the carnival. They walked where the light was guiding them, and after another minute of walking, the author noticed that April had disappeared. When she called out to her, a deep, hoarse voice said,
"She isn't with you anymore."
The author began to panic, even though a disco was not nearby, and ran to the carnival like a smart person. Why not run home when you can enter an abandoned spooky carnival, eh? As she entered, she heard an announcer who shouted, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls, step right up! Behind this curtain lies a ghastly concoction of delight, horror, fantasy, and terror. Your every wish is our command, your every whimsical desire brought to life. But I'm warning you, there's always a price. Welcome to the greatest show unearthed." She was now paralyzed with fear. She stared at the gate where she had entered the carnival and seen, yes, seen a guy with a kinda long trench coat looking thing on, very descriptive, with black hair and with a red and white eye. The stories had been true all along. She got the courage to run away and hid in a tent. However, a song started to play. Come inside for the ride, your deepest, darkest fears, the best night of your life, you're never leaving here. The unknown, the unseen is what you're gonna find. Witness this, witness that, until you lose your mind. Valhalla! Then, a demon laugh could be heard. The guy appeared and finished the author off. Police report, ... Someone had found the bodies of two girls beside the woods where supposedly the killer lives. We have identified them as Angel Gannett and April Tan Net. The only thing missing from them were their hearts, and there was a sign of a struggle from April. If you all see a guy with one red eye and one white eye, please call blah 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 to report it to the authorities. We have been on this case for about 3 years now, and we can't seem to catch him, and we have gave him the name the Heart Ripper. Was it the Heart Ripper or the Heart Taker? I'm so confused. Why not just go in there and just blast the shit out of him? Why not capture him? What is stopping you from going into his territory? What, are you scared or something? God damn it! Number 7. Mark the Homicidal Killer versus Johnny the Butcher. Ooh, this title is already giving me the creeps. This is gonna be a story for the ages. Friendship never dies, this story tells us. I thought you were dead, dude. What happened? Johnny said, looking at him confused. I was locked in the butler's underground classrooms. For a few weeks, I didn't know how I didn't die. After that, I went completely insane, Mark said, playing with a machete in his hand. I just can't believe it. I've looked all over for you, Jonathan said, looking at the other psychopath. You know you can use punctuation when writing dialogue, right? You could have at least called me. I haven't seen you in 5 months, Jonathan said, starting to get angry. If I called you, then you would have called the police. Believe me, I did want to call, Mark retorted. Lies, Jonathan said,
You're lying!
throwing the scalpel at him. Mark dodged the scalpel, pulling out the machete and running towards Jonathan, insanity kicking. In, he sliced his skin up like tossed salad, blah blah blah. Basically, these two friends who we know nothing about fight to the death until one of them stabs the other. After this, they both come to their senses and both stand up, because apparently getting stabbed isn't that bad. They both apologize to each other after practically chopping each other up, and suddenly a bullet goes into Jonathan's head as 5 police officers enter the scene. Mark loses control and stabs one of them, and the officer's hand twitches, causing his pistol to fire 3 rounds, 2 of which conveniently hits 2 more police officers. Then, Mark is stopped as one of the police officers impales him with a shovel. But of course, Mark has magical healing abilities and wakes up in a morgue. His eyes have changed for no reason, and he kills a doctor and walks out of the morgue. I don't understand why so many of these stories are so fixated on the eyes of the main characters. So immediately as he walks out of the morgue, police is there and has him surrounded. Mark's body gets engulfed in shadows, and then he reappears. His hair is dark black and all over his face. He now has wings made of black smoke, and his clothes are also black. The police open fire on him, but to no avail, and Mark tells them that it is now his turn, only now he sounds like a demon or something. What? The officers' shadows rise from the ground and pull them into the asphalt to a horrible fate. He then walks off into the night. A few minutes later, Johnny, that's Jonathan, wakes up prepared to kill anybody in his way, but he only finds dead bodies covering the halls. Looks like somebody's awake, he says, and grabs a scalpel off the table. With that, he too walks off into the night to find another unfortunate soul to massacre, not noticing his eyes turning bright purple for only a split second. Again, what is with all these eyes? Number 6. Music of Lavender Town. I honestly have no idea what just happened, and this is actually true. I don't know what's going on in my house. It might be haunted. I was playing Gary's mod, and I decided to open up Lavender Town theme's music, and then I decided to pull a prank on my friend on Steam. Here's the following chat. Me. And now, here comes the Lavender Town Jersey music. Non-pranked part. Down here. Why am I crying? My Gmod just timed out. God help me. I can't turn it off. What the OMFG? Oh no. What? Do you mean oh no? Your state is set to offline. Is now offline. Online now and rejoin chat. Is now online. Your state is set to offline. Friend is now offline. Online now and rejoin chat. Friend is now online. OMG. Oh my god! I have no idea why he just came off, and just this moment I heard knocking, and my door's open so it can't be ... It's 11:43 PST. I am scared. When I tried to copy and paste something, some demonic thing pasted up, and I am too scared to pull it up. I know something is wrong, and I don't know whether to damage this computer. Something is really wrong, and I can't take it. I just can't. News story. Teenager found dead in home. Suicidal note. Family, friends, I am scared. Something is wrong, and I can't take it. Lavender Town music is a disgrace. It's devilish. Please, do not pull it up. There are strange things I cannot explain. This is too much. I am sorry. Love you. Sincerely, Kappa. The computer later was found destroyed, and all hardware are gone. They are found later in a cabinet. If you are a Pokemon lover and listen to Lavender Town music, please do not listen to it. All Lavender Town music are to be deleted from the internet. So you want to completely delete something off of the internet, eh? Good luck with that. Number 5. Playtime. Our hero, Max was lying in his bed as he could not sleep. Then he saw something that he couldn't really make out. It looked like two white eyes. Oh my god! Suddenly, a hand came over his mouth, and he heard these words. Shh, just go to sleep. Yep, it's Jeff, everybody. Everybody's favorite killer. Max, of course, recognized who Jeff was, and the two battle in a hilariously over-the-top fashion. Max, even though only being a kid, put up an amazing fight against Jeff, and Jeff was of course very impressed, because Max is a perfect little super special teen. After finding out that his parents have been murdered, Max takes out his frustration on Jeff, who gets the upper hand. He shoved a piece of glass into Max's eye, and Max pulls it out to use it as a weapon. Playtime's over, he growled. The two continue to fight, and Jeff magically summons a bottle of whiskey and smashes it over Max's head, and I think you can see where this is going. Max fell onto his kitchen table, and Jeff congratulated him on being his toughest kill yet. Jeff then pulled out a magical lighter from his magical pocket and threw it on Max, whose skin erupted in flames due to the whiskey. His whole house burned down as Jeff left, and Max ran outside and eventually fell into a river. As he emerged from the water, his face had been severely burned. One eye was missing, and a chip of his face had been removing, showing his brain. Because that's possible. He began to laugh, and knew that all he wanted was to murder Jeff in any way possible. So of course, the first thing he does is murder an innocent bystander who asks if he's alright. Really living up to your only goal in life there, buddy. Number 4. Psycho Naruto. Oh, and just a forewarning, I don't care if I mispronounce these names, okay? I was scrolling through Netflix, back where Naruto was still on Netflix. I decided to watch Naruto. I noticed that the seasons list was Season 0. I tried to ignore it, but curiosity got the better of me. It only had one episode titled Psycho Naruto. I clicked it, I wish I hadn't. It started with Naruto smiling, but his jumpsuit was red instead of orange. I found out why. He was beating Sasuke's face in, and his blood was staining his jumpsuit. Naruto would never do this without a reason. It flashed to Naruto stabbing Kakashi in the eye. It was the Sharingan eye. He then took it out and licked it. I nearly puked. Ugh. It then flashed to a door that I realized was Naruto's. I heard Sakura screaming, and someone or something was banging on the door. It turns out Naruto was raping Sakura. It then flashed to Naruto trying to kill Neji. He was trying to cut out his heart. I turned it off. I was having dreams about that Naruto. He was saying, "Why did you stop watching?" I never saw Naruto on Netflix again. Number 3. Alexel Knight. Serial killer on the go. Witnesses say it was a female with a black monster jacket and black pants while wearing glasses. It's still unknown who is committing these murders, but police suggest to keep your windows and doors locked and keep your children in a safe and secure room. Alexandra Knight is your typical teenager. She's of course a big fan of Creepypastas. Creepypasta.com is her favorite website after all. You sad, sad person. Her favorite story is of course Jeff the Killer. She thinks he's really cool and has fan art of him all over her bedroom, on top of little fan fictions she's written herself. Wow! So, Alexandria is of course bullied, because what else would she be? Popular? Don't be stupid. No creepypasta character can ever be popular. In class, her teacher has one of the greatest outbursts I think I've ever read in anything ever. But not really. "Alexandra Knight!" shouted Mrs. Jones. "Yes, ma'am?" I answered. Do you think it's necessary to be wasting my time teaching you by daydreaming? She asked with a stern look. No, ma'am, I sincerely apologize, I answered politely. Gosh, Alexandra, when will you ever get a life? You're the worst student I could ever ask for, she shouted in my ear. Then the classroom roared with laughter. What teacher says that? So blah blah blah, she goes home and her brother comforts her, and blah blah blah, and the next day her parents ridicule her because they're drunk and stuff, and she gets sad and angry and finally tells her parents off. And you know what? This is actually a huge shame, because if this story would have been written better, this scene could have actually been pretty damn heartbreaking, but the execution is so poor. It's such a shame. She then goes to her brother's room and finds out that he's hanged himself. He couldn't take it anymore. His suicide note tells her that he, like I said, couldn't take it anymore and that he won't be around for a while. I especially like how he tells Alexandra that he wanted to protect her, but then decided to take his own life. Good job on that, mate. Alexandra goes mad and sneaks into the kitchen and grabs a kitchen knife. She then violently murders her parents out of spite and realizes that she of course admires the blood on her knife. She goes back to her brother's body. Look at this! I went back to my brother's body. He was still dead. He was stiff and limp in my arms. Of course he was still dead! What, you think he'd magically recover like that Mark weirdo? From that day, Alexandra decided she wanted to kill people. She went to the living room and suddenly noticed a tall figure standing outside in the distance. He appeared to be a male with a white hoodie and black hair. Alexandra went outside and saw that it was, of course, her idol, Jeff the Killer. He held out his hand and said, "Come with me if you want to keep killing." And so they walked off into the woods to begin their totally radical and amazingly awesome killing adventure. Woo! Number 2. My name is MCCP and Major Complex Carnage Project. Oh boy, 2 stories in one. Why 2? Because they're connected, and I can't summarize them. Here's number 1. I am test subject MCCP. I used to be an ordinary teenage girl, but I have a very manly voice. I started having weird dreams. They made me insane. So insane that I killed someone. I have short brown hair with a purple streak. I have bright blue eyes and a sprinkle of freckles on my face. I'm kinda tall for my age. My hobbies include gaming, creating music, and of course, killing people. This story is so edgy. The scientists and doctors have tested me. Am I David Cage? Am I David Cage all of a sudden? Have tested me to find out what's wrong with me.
What's the matter with me?
But they didn't find anything. They injected me with a liquid that was supposed to kill me, but my body bonded with it. It turned me into a monster. That's right, venom. Whenever I kill someone, my eyes turn a blood red color and I get stronger and faster and smarter. One day, I escaped the test lab. I killed a lot of people to get out of that hellhole. The only thing of value to me was my chainsaw. Where did you get your fucking chainsaw? It was black in color and it had a white panda sticker on one side. It had silver blades and it would glow a pretty blue color. The police were after me. I ran and ran. They lost me in the woods because they're incompetent fucking idiots. I walked for a while. My blue Converse shoes were all muddy. This is fucking Mary Sue to the fucking limit. And my black skirt and white panda hoodie were all bloody. I need to clean up somewhere. Suddenly, I was tackled to the ground. "What the fuck?" I said. A boy wearing a white hoodie and black jeans held a knife against my throat. I looked at his pale white face. His eyes were black, like they were burnt, and he had a smile carved into his face. "Go to sleep," Jeff said. I push him off me. "Now why do I have to kill such a sweet little boy?" I say. "You don't know if he's a sweet little boy! You've just met him and he's tackled you and is about to kill you! He's not sweet, you fuck!" This is making me go insane. He stabs my leg. I don't feel it. I am a monster after all. I push the chainsaw against his neck. "I'm not so innocent now," I say. Someone grabs me from behind. "Slendy!" "Jeff, are you okay?" "Jeff, I'm fine, Slendy." She caught off guard. Don't fucking call him Slendy in your story, goddammit. "Slendy, and who might you be?" "Slenderman doesn't talk, he doesn't have a mouth, what the MCCP. "I'm MCCP, and I was born a killer." The end. That's how it ends. And now, the incredible sequel. There have recently been many strange reports on different murders and mysterious disappearances. The police had no idea what was going on, so they went to the guardian angels, the creepypasta hunters. They believed it was something like Slender Man, but it behaved like a cold-blooded murderer. They called it the Major Complex Carnage Project, or MCCP for short. Everyone was determined to find the MCCP. This sounds like some kind of rapper or something. MCCP in the house, man! But the murders were so random and in different parts of the world. After a while, people started to give up, until a young man came to them with information. I was sitting on my bed, listening to music. My wife was downstairs with my 2 boys. I had the feeling I was being watched, so I got up and went downstairs. I didn't feel safe in my room. When I got to the kitchen where my wife was, I was shocked. My wife's head was cooking in the oven. Her body was all bloody and cut up. I could find my boys. I looked everywhere, and then I went outside. They were hanging by their necks. Their eyeballs had been cut out and placed in their mouths. Oh, this is so edgy. I was horrified. Who would do something like this? Then I saw her, sitting on the branch my boys hung from. She had medium-long brown hair and bright blue eyes that slowly changed red in color. She wore a black skirt with black leggings. She had a white hoodie and light purple Converse shoes. It was blue before and now it's light purple? She looked sad, but when she looked at me, she smiled. 2 months later, I woke up in hospital. I had awoken from a deadly sleep and had many strange cuts all over my arms and legs. I asked the nurse what happened, and she didn't know. All I remembered was that girl. And everything I've told you previously, but whatever. The man died 3 weeks later after telling us this information. The girl had left a message. This is what she said. "I am the monster that you should fear. You can't see me, but I am always there. I am a state of mind. I am a shadow in your room. If you're not scared of me, prepare to meet your doom. Let's see how scared you are when I'm at the edge of your bed. Oh no, too late, you're already dead. Sincerely yours, MCCP. Sweet dreams, I'll see you tonight." There was no trace of any DNA or fingerprints. The man had "sweet dreams" carved into his forehead, and his eyes were closed to look like he was sleeping. MCCP is a lot like Jeff the Killer and Slenderman combined. She is a danger to anyone who sees her, and if she didn't kill you the first time, she will keep coming back until you're dead. If you learn any further information on MCCP, contact the Guardian Angels or the police. Number 1. Kill Guy. There was one time a guy who was a murderer. He thought to kill lots of guys, so he did. One day, the man tried to kill a guy, but it wasn't a guy. It was really a monster. So the man went home and was sad for his murder. He said never kill more guys, so he didn't, except one guy. It was his girlfriend, who was not knowing about his crimes. And then she was dead, so he had blood on his scarf. If you ever see a murder guy, run or he might get you. Wow, this video sure has been a journey. We've gone from crazy serial killers, to carnivals, to music from a video game, to crazy serial killers, to anime, to crazy serial killers. How exciting! And I'm glad you joined me on this adventure. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay awesome. Goodbye. Oh, and happy 2016. Wow, 100,000 subscribers. Who thought this day would come? Not this guy. But hey, it's all thanks to you. It's all thanks to you for watching my videos, taking time out of your day, and saying, hey, this guy seems alright. I think I'm gonna subscribe to him. That is crazy, and it really means a lot to me. So thank you for watching my videos, subscribing, and being all around amazing. I love each and every one of you, and yeah, it really means a lot to me. No interruptions this time, eh? That's nice. Guess I'll just sit back, relax, for the love of sweet Satan!
Hello there. Did you miss me?
Oh, hi! Not only have you been terrorizing me for the past few months, but now you're also violating private property! You do know that's illegal, right?
You think I care? I come from another world. Your pathetic world rules don't apply to me.
Hey, where are you from exactly?
Like I've said, I come from a world far, far away. A world filled with anarchy and chaos. A world without mercy. A world where children are forced to become soldiers at a young age. A world where fear has to be non-existent.
Sounds to me like a world I don't want to be a part of.
Right now, that's unimportant. I have come to finish what I started.
Look, I've been thinking about this. You and I, let's make a deal.
A deal.
Yes, you see, here in my world, we have a thing called card games.
I am familiar with card games.
Good. Here's my proposition. You and I are gonna play a game of poker. If you win, you get to do whatever you want with me.
Right, but
if I win, I get to go free.
I like the way you think, youngling. Fine. I shall give you a chance to prove yourself. Try your best. We'll see what happens.
Okay, there's a table out in the back. We can play there. Okay! Let's begin.
form a line. Scared money, broke money, bold money, more money, so sunny. Cloud breaker, sound maker, wave runner, wild wonder, funky drummer. You could get it how you wanna. Who's a winner? Said the dealer. Every player, yeah, me. So you say, we will see. Play a play, hey, okay. What you want, how you like. Aim high, why not? Sun, moon, and starry, yours. Each and every, all of yours. Who's a winner? Yeah, me. So you say, we will see. Cloud breaker.
You lost.
Best of 3. And this time, no cheating.
5.
You're a winner. Baby, you're a winner. Keep going for my line. Scare money, broke money, more money, more money. So sunny, cloud breaker, sound maker, wave runner, wild wonder, on summer. You can get it how you wanna. There's mad and there's villains and players and killers and me. They say that they winners, okay, well let's see. You pay, you play, the rules of the trade, the math of the days, the times of the age. What you want, how you like, aim high, man, why not? Some on this story, y'all, each and every all of y'all. There's math and there's villains and players and me. They say that they winners, okay, well let's see.
Yes, I win! Now you have to keep your word.
This can't be happening. Do you know how long I have been following you? All of this work cannot have been for nothing. Trust me, youngling. This is not the last you'll see of me. I will come back. I will not fail. I will return and I will make you suffer. I will make you pay. And you will not be ready for it.
What? What happened to keeping your word? What happened to honor? What happened to respect? Damn. I thought I could get away this time. Guess not. Wait. It's a note. It's an address. Guess he wants me to go there. What have I got to lose, eh? I'll show him who he's messing with.
You smart. You very smart. I appreciate you. You loyal.